literally, I found myself like standing up, doing a slow clap. My husband is like, what is wrong with you?
I just felt so compelled to be an evangelist for the film. I just thought the way you put it together was just so consumable, and it was consumable by anybody watching it.
We need more women to keep speaking out about issues like this, and I think the documentary was so impactful, and especially for younger girls.
We had a really good conversation afterwards. I talk a lot about feminism and equality, which sometimes is met with like eye rolling and like, yes, we know, Mom. So I think the film gave us a good opportunity to talk about some specific things, and they saw the statistics. One of the girls in the movie talked about, oh, they had to make a rule about passing the ball to a girl in a game. And my son said, oh, we do, our school does that.
One of the parts that I've taken with me and I share repeatedly is the dad who talks about giving his daughter's tools at a young age. So if he's gonna fix a door, she's taking her, giving her like, hey, go to the garage, get this. And it's one of the things, having daughters, I never thought, well, I'm not handy at all. I don't fix anything. Get out of here. Get out of here. But however, I never thought about doing that.
I came on late because I just finished watching it with my 9-year-old, and we just kind of went through what that means. And she wants to be an actress, and we started talking about it. I said, how do you feel? And she said, I felt bad and disappointed to know that women don't make the same amount of money.
Focusing on that confidence, yes, we want to do that, and dad's involved in sports and all the great things that you can do to support your daughter. But then when you send them out in the world, if the rest of the world isn't prepared to, recognize that talent and confidence, that's the gap.
The fact that it's not as obvious, the sexism, the bias, these unfair perceptions, the fact that they're not as obvious and overt might even make them more damaging because we aren't aware that that's kind of subtly what's there.
We call it chipping away. All of these little tiny things that happen during our everyday, pulls our ambition down, chips away at it. And then one day you wake up and your mom says, what the heck happened?
I love that you engaged men in the conversation because it's critically important.
It's nice to have an advocate such as Brad and others out there, who are male, that are aware of those issues.
Men are stepping up because they realize there's more in play than just, I need my little girl to feel empowered. Why does she need to feel empowered? Because the culture, the world right now is telling her that she's not good enough.
Because one of the themes that came up in the film was, we can't just talk about all women as if we weren't one homogenous mass. Because although we're 51% of the population, we're so diverse, right?
This movie just hit on all cylinders, and especially for someone like me. Always have had to find myself kind of shrinking a little bit. 99% of the time, I'm confident. And sometimes it's looked at as the wrong way, as being a you-know-what. You know what I mean?
I had these multiple aha moments. I actually brought my personal journal so I could just write down everything that I was just having aha moments. I realized so many of the things that I was experiencing over all of those years, both in college as well as coming out of college. I started to see and understand and realizing it's not me.
So I would love to hear from other women who, if you've seen the film or not, but this idea that we have been told that we are broken and we need to change. If you just do fill in the blank, bias wouldn't be an issue.
I'll speak as a Black woman in corporate, that as we now end up having to face two, forms of discrimination. You first have to fight you fight your way to the boardroom. You fight the men in the boardroom. And then on top of that, you still have to fight the race in the boardroom, even amongst ourselves as women.
Once you have enough women in the room, that judging or that defense mechanism starts to go away.
We are so affected by this pandemic, but we worked really hard to just pivot, to just shift. And because this message is pervasive no matter where we are.
I felt like this movie was all about recognizing things from an early age, recognizing what you can do, how you can help your children and your friends, and just starting a dialogue.
The whole movie is positive. It's fun. We want this to be a positive, uplifting, yet informative and inspiring film.
And if we start to use this tool as a resource for discussion, we will be able to see a lot more systemic change, I believe.
And as we say, you too can be a pioneer for change. Thank you.
Visitor that wanted to say hi.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. I'm glad we're here.
Great conversation.
So I will say,
it was very motivational being in the film. Everybody smile. Ready?
Bye.